So where does your waste go when it's collected by a licensed waste carrier? There's a common misconception that your waste is picked up and took to the local recycling centre for free. This isn't true. All waste has to go to the waste transfer station, which is what this is. First of all, when you pull up, you'll go on the weighbridge. And what they'll do here is they'll take the weight of your van with all the waste that you've got in it. And they'll ask you what type of waste you've got in. In this case, I had general waste in the van. The waste type will determine how much you pay. Now, general waste can cost anything from £160 a tonne up north to in excess of £300-400 down south. And that's without any extras like pops, mattresses, fridges. Pops waste is items like couches, office chairs, anything basically with a cushion on. And then prices can range, for me up north, then prices can range between £40 an item or £250 a tonne. But I do know other companies that are paying in excess of £500 a tonne for pops. Once you've got your PPE on and the guys give you the signal, you're good to go in. So as you can see, when you get in there, you'll see different piles of waste. That's a pile of rubble in front of me. General waste is in front. And then you've got wood, plasterboard, different piles for different types of waste. And what this basically is, it's a sorting station. So once you've tipped the waste, the lads on site, they'll go through that waste and they'll sort it. So they'll take out the wood, take out the plastics, take out, basically separate it all into different piles. I do believe about 90% of what's tipped in these waste transfer stations, once sorted, about 90% is actually recycled. So once you've tipped it off, you go back on the weighbridge, and what they're going to do now is they're going to weigh your van empty. So this will give them the weight that your van now weighs. So what they'll do is, obviously, the weight before to what your van weighs now, and the difference in weight is how much you've tipped off. You'll then be charged for that. A lot of these transfer stations will have a minimum charge as well. So even if you went in with one black bin bag, you might be charged for half a tonne of waste. So you've just got to bear it in mind when you get that quote off a licensed, verified company and you think that seems a bit expensive, these are things to consider. A fridge can cost anywhere between £40 to £70 plus VAT to get rid of for the company. A mattress, similar prices, around 40 quid including VAT to dispose of. Your pops waste, one chair can cost you £40 an item or £250 a tonne. And then on top of that, if it's with a mixed load, you've got your general waste prices as well. So just bear this in mind. If you're hiring a licensed, verified company, that these are the costs that they have to pay if they want to dispose of your waste legally. And I think this is one of the problems with fly tipping at the minute. A lot of people are uneducated about the costs involved in disposing of waste legally. So when a licensed company, for example, tells you he needs £120 to dispose of that couch, that 3-seater and a 2-seater, that's going to cost him £80 plus VAT to dispose of, and then somebody else pops along and says 40 quid, they're going to go with 40 quid. Hope you enjoyed the video.